At the edge of a cursed forest, the boar shaman explains that you must undertake 3 trials in order to recover the antlered crown, or face death. Each trial will test your worthiness. Guardian spirits watch over 3 sacred swords, protecting them from the undeserving. Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Line Unbroken, my progression-style playthrough series of the Lord of the Rings living card game. Here I am playing the second scenario of the Ringmaker cycle, the 3 trials. So, both decks took mulligans and ended up with less than ideal starting hands, but never mind, we will see how things go. So, setup. Set aside all 3 Guardian enemies, all 3 key objectives, all 3 Barrow locations, and Hallowed Circle. 3 ancient barrows mark the locations for the trials, each the resting place of a different Guardian spirit. The Boar clan waits at the forest's edge for any sign of your victory, or your death. Your only option is to press onward, heading towards the site of one of the 3 trials. When revealed, the players advance to a Stage 2A quest of their choice. So, let's take a look in the quest deck here. We have the Trial of Strength, the Trial of Perseverance, and the Trial of Intuition. Now, I personally always do the Trial of Perseverance first, then Intuition, and lastly Strength. I'm not sure, but I feel like a lot of people would agree that you should probably do Strength last, because you need time to acquire the attack power you need to kill the Guardian. Whereas the other 2, getting through them just requires questing, and I tend to feel you can get through Perseverance faster than Intuition. So I like to get one over and done with quickly before moving on to the second, and then finally Strength, and then Stage 3. So I'll just arrange them in that order. A huge barrow towers before you, cold mist enveloping the entrance. The key is somewhere inside, but a heavy chill fills you with dread and unease. When revealed, randomly choose one of the remaining set-aside barrow locations and add it to the staging area. Then randomly choose one of the remaining set-aside key objectives and add it to that barrow, attach it to that barrow location. Find the set-aside Guardian enemy that shares a trait with the key objective in play, and reveal it, adding it to the staging area. So, random number 1, 2, 3. And another random number 1 to 3. So 1 and 2. So the first of the 3 barrows, the Hill Barrow, which deals Guardian enemies an additional shadow card when they attack. And the second key, which is the key of the Wolf, which means the Wolf's Guardian is in play. Okay. Time 3. And after the last time counter is removed, it makes an immediate attack. Each Guardian enemy engages the first player. Guardian enemies cannot be damaged or leave play except by quest effect. When the players control the current trial's key objective, add all Guardian enemies in play to the victory display and immediately advance to a Stage 2A of the player's choice. If all Stage 2 quests have been defeated, advance to Stage 3A instead. So there's nothing else to do but begin the quest. Control N. And okay, I found a Gandalf. This deck draws Protector of Lorien. I'll immediately play Deep Knowledge. Both decks will draw cards. Okay, found Light of Valinor, which I wanted. And this deck draws another Sneak Attack and another Feint. All useful things. Now, how to start? There's not much point in playing Firefoot unless I suppose it would be relevant if I get one of the little Spirits of the Wild. But in general, I don't have much use for it. Feint could come in handy, though I don't mind just taking the attack on Gimli. So maybe I just play nothing here. Yep. And over here I will of course put Light of Arnor straight onto Glorfindel. And that might have to be it. Actually, no, let's slightly change this. Let's pay 2 for a Blue Mountain Trader, and then use the action, choose another player. That player gains control of Blue Mountain Trader, then that player moves 1 resource from the resource pool of the hero he controls to the resource pool of the hero you control. All Blue Mountain Trader is discarded. And I'll use that resource to play Light of Arnor. Yes, this doesn't actually have the errata on it, but this is supposed to be limit once per round. Okay. So I guess that's it. There is 4 threat in the staging area. Let's quest for 2, 3, 6, 8. Maybe just 8. We reveal Tangled Woods. While Tangled Woods is in the staging area, each forest location in play gains travel. Exhaust a hero to travel here. This ability does not stack with other copies of Tangled Woods. And a Spirit of the Wild, which gets +1 threat and +1 attack for each key objective the players control, which currently is none. Okay, so that's added 3 threat to the staging area. I make 1 progress, but I have no need to make progress, so that doesn't matter. What does matter is travelling. I want to go to the Hill Barrow straight away, but since it is a forest, it does currently have travel, exhaust a hero to travel here. But I can do that, so let's travel there, exhausting Glorfindel. And now I have to deal with this Spirit of the Wild. So let's just bring it down here. And deal out shadow cards. The Wolf's Guardian will get an additional shadow card when he attacks, because of the Hill Barrow. So, realistically, I'm unlikely to have potential issues if I want to actually kill Spirit of the Wild. Oh, well, I suppose, yeah, I can manage. Okay, so Beravor is going to exhaust and have this deck draw 2 cards. Right. We're getting somewhere. Now, not immune to player card effects, so I'll pay 1 for a feint. And I will take the Spirit of the Wild undefended. +1 attack for each key objective the players control, which is currently 0. I'll put 1 damage on Gimli, so he now has 3 attack. And we attack for 6 to kill the Spirit of the Wild. During the refresh phase, the first player changes, so the Wolf's Guardian moves, and a time counter goes from it. That is everything. I didn't raise this deck's threat for that deep knowledge at the start of the round. Now Control N. Okay, I found a well equipped. Right, Warden of Arnor. But what I really want here is Master of the Forge, who will then go searching for attachments. Alright, let's grab Unexpected Courage then. I'm not really set up for everything yet. Okay. Yeah, really, I need this deck to be drawing more cards. So Barrowball will have them draw more cards. Okay. And then let's pay 2 for an unexpected courage on Barrowball. So that you can also contribute to questing. Now over here, I may want to save a feint just in case. But beyond that, yeah, there's not a lot that I want to play, really. I could possibly get away with playing well equipped. But I'm of course concerned that there might be something important in the top 2 cards of my deck. I do have the White Council. I will take the chance. Well equipped. Farfoot and King Under the Mountain. Okay, so King Under the Mountain is attached to Barlin. And I will immediately use it. Looking at the top 2 cards. Add Dunedain Cash to my hand and discard the other King Under the Mountain. Right. Well, I definitely want to clear this hill barrow. So I want to quest pretty much all out. 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 11, 12. This is 2. I'm going to also sneak attack Gandalf and draw 3 more cards. Okay, I found Landreval and Brock and Iron Fist, which means I think I have everything I need, except for preferably this deck to draw its copy of Hall Gilgalad as well. And 4. So I'm questing for 16 against 2. You reveal Spirit of the Wild and Tangled Woods. Thankfully these do not stack, so I don't have to exhaust 2 heroes to travel. And I've added 3 threat. Yep, I really didn't need to be worried. So, I make more than the 6 progress I need. This goes to the victory display, and the first player attaches the Key of the Wolf to a hero. So let's just give it to Glorfindel. Idrain readies, because I just explored the location. I'm just going to put the Wolf's Guardian over here, for reasons which will become clear when I advance to stage 3. And I advance. You have found the barrow where the trial should take place, but the key cannot be found. You are sure the key's guardian is watching you. Where is the key? When revealed, randomly choose one of the remaining set-aside Guardian enemies and one of the remaining set-aside Barrow locations, reveal them, and add them to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Find the set-aside key objective that shares a trait with the just-revealed Guardian enemy, and shuffle it into the bottom 10 cards of the encounter deck. So, random number 1 to 2, 2, and random number 1 to 2, 2. So, 2 for Guardian gives me the Raven's Guardian, and 2 for Barrow gives me the Stone Barrow. This is an unfortunate combination. The highest threat Guardian with the location that raises player's threat when it attacks. And the key of the Raven, the Raven's Guardian, is time 4. After the last time counter is removed, deal 1 damage to each character controlled by the engaged player. So, right, now shuffle the discard pile into the encounter deck. Let's grab the special deck here. Move 13 cards to the secondary deck. So now this is the bottom 10 cards. Shuffle the key into it. Swap the special deck with the encounter deck, and then now the secondary deck is the bottom 10 cards plus the key. So move all to encounter deck bottom. Right, that is everything. Each Guardian enemy engages the first player. Anytime players would place progress on this quest, discard an equal number of cards from the encounter deck instead. Progress is placed on the active location before triggering this effect. When the players control the current trial's key objective, add all Guardian enemies and all Barrow locations in play to the victory display and immediately advance to a stage 2A of the player's choice. If all stage 2 quests have been defeated, advance to stage 3A instead. So we just have to quest our way through the encounter deck until we find the key. So, end of the quest phase, Gandalf returns to my hand. Airman now has 5 attack until the end of the round. And okay, so now I have to debate whether I want to travel to the Stone Barrow to explore it and get rid of that forced effect, or just try, since it has only 2 threat and 10 quest points, if I want to leave it there and hope that I will get rid of the forced effect quicker by defeating the quest stage, since that will add the Barrow to the victory display automatically. I mean, there are 13 cards to get through before there's even a chance of finding the key. On the other hand, that will include shadow cards and staging, so it can go down faster than one might think. Also, I might want to try and get rid of these tangled woods if possible. It's not an easy decision. But yeah, I think I want to try and deal with the tangled woods. Of course, it's worth noting there is nothing stopping me killing the Guardian on this quest stage. This one you couldn't, but here you can explore the location and you can kill the Guardian. Both are valid. So I'm not that likely to kill the Guardian under the present circumstances. So let's travel to the Tangled Woods, exhausting Glorfindel. And engage Spirit of the Wild here. Deal out shadow cards. Let's pay 1 to faint the Raven's Guardian. Since it does not attack, I don't have to raise my threat. And this I will take undefended. Defending player exhausts a character he controls. Well, I suppose deal 2 damage there. I wasn't going to kill the spirit anyway. Discard those shadow cards. The drone has nothing particularly useful to do. So let's remove a time counter, move the Guardian over here, and control N. Okay, another Dunedain Cache. Another Light of Arnor. So let's use King Out of the Mountain. Well, good harvest and well equipped. I will take well equipped. Ditch. Good harvest. Okay, so at this point, this deck is going to use its Master of the Forge. Guess I'll take that extra Light of Valinor and use Bearivore to draw 2 cards. Right. Okay, I found Fall of Gilgalad, so I can get fully set up here. Let's just play a speculative, well-equipped, discarding Wild's Voice and Brock Iron Fist. Well, I don't particularly mind losing those. Now, good harvest, Spirit. Putting Fall of Gilgalad onto Gimli. I'm going to transfer the Mountain Trader back, move a resource from Glorfindel to Balin. At this point I will pay 2 for Firefoot on Aemir. And over here I will pay 1 to play another copy of the Fall of Gilgalad onto Gimli. They're limit 1 per deck, but they are not unique. And let's also play this Protector of Lorien onto Idrain. I think Idrain is the most likely to be both questing and defending. So, we have 4 threat in the staging area. Let's quest 2, 5, 6, 8, 10. And we reveal another Spirit of the Wild and a Cursed Forest. Travel, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a spirit enemy and add it to the staging area. Okay. Well, since I can draw 1 key, the Spirit of the Wild is 2 threats, so I've added a total of 5 threat. I'm making 1 progress. I can increase that. So let's play Elrond's Council, reducing my threat by 3 and increasing my willpower by 1. So that's 2 progress, and then let's discard to Protector of Lorien, 2 spare copies of Light of Valinor, getting me up to 13 willpower against 9 threat, so I make 4 progress. This is explored, Idrain readies. And so now I want to get rid of the other copy of Tangled Woods. I'm not sure who I really want to exhaust for it. I suppose. Let's travel and exhaust Gimli. Then let's engage this Spirit of the Wild over here. And now deal out shadow cards. So, firstly, sneak attack, Landravar. And now, let's see. yeah, let's have Landreval defend against the Spirit of the Wild. No shadow effect, it is 2 attack because I control 1 key, so Landreval takes 1 damage. And then I will take the Raven's Guardian, undefended. Attacking enemy as a Guardian, deal it 2 additional shadow cards. Okay. Grand Foothills, no effect. And if this attack is undefended, return the active location to the staging area. I will use Barlin to cancel that. And get instead, if this attack destroys a character, remove a time counter from an enemy. Alright. I place the damage on Gimli. So this attack does destroy a character, I do remove a time counter. Gimli is dead. I will trigger the Fall of Gil-galad twice. An attached hero is destroyed, add Fall of Gil-galad to the victory display to reduce your threat by X, where X is the attached hero's threat cost. So since Gimli's threat cost is 11, I reduce my threat by 22, so it's now 12. And then I will trigger Landreval to return Landreval to his owner's hand and put that hero back into play with 1 damage on it. Limit once per game. But I don't really want to do it a second time. I'm fine with this. And AMR, of course, has been boosted by this. Over here, I am also going to take this undefended. Plus 1 for each key. So it's 2 because of me controlling a key, and plus another 1 for each key. Makes it 3 damage, which I will put on Bearable. Now, AMR is currently attacking for 7 and Gimli for 3. That's 10, which is still not enough to kill the Raven's Guardian. We'll do 5 damage. I could possibly still go for that. And then just kill it with Gandalf next round. That would be a valid option. Oh! After the Guardian attacked, raise each player threat by 3. On the other hand, I could kill the Spirit of the Wild. So I think I'm going to kill the Spirit of the Wild. And over here, Glorfindel and Drain attack for a total of 6, which kills this Spirit of the Wild. Discard these shadow cards. How much of the encounter deck is left? 14, so we're approaching the point where we might find the key. The Guardian moves, loses a time counter. Control N. Oh, sorry. Yes, also, when Gimli left play, I put Brock Iron Fist into play from my hand, which meant I had 12 attack available, which was still not enough to kill the Guardian. So that's fine. Right, over here, draw a card. Okay, that's great. Let's use the Master of the Forge. And another Protector of Lorien. And, okay, let's use Command of the Mountain here. I'll grab Cram. Discard the spare copy of Landreval. Transfer the Blue Mountain Trader. And steal a leadership resource over to Bearable so that I can play Asphalon. On to Glorfindel. And I'll also play Warden of Arnor on Idrone. And that'll be it for this deck. Over here, let's play this Cram onto Gimli. I want to save my tactics resources for a Citadel plate. And I think that will be it. So, there's 5 threat in the staging area. That's quest 2, 4, 6, 7, 10, 12, 14. You reveal, turn around, either remove 1 time counter from a card in play or return the active location to the staging area. Well, no, if I remove a time counter here, it deals 1 damage to each character controlled by the engaged player, which includes Bearable, who would be dead. So I will return the active location to the staging area. I didn't think about this, I should have put the damage on Glorfindel. So I return the active location to the staging area and kill Bearable. Don't have a test of will. That's what I should have drawn for that. And still not gotten it. I really didn't. I'm going to retcon here because I really didn't think about it. So remove a time counter, deal 1 damage, and add another 4 time counters. So that's added 2 threat in the form of the Tangled Woods coming back. But that's it. So I'm still questing for 14 against 7. And I discard cards from the encounter deck. So, 1, 2... Okay, I think I still continue discarding. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which leaves me with not a lot of encounter deck left. So let's put this key onto Idrone. The Raven's Guardian goes to the victory display. The Stone Barrow also goes to the victory display. And we advance to the Trial of Strength. A rotting corpse guards the inner chamber of this barrow, holding in its grasp a worn sword that looks like one of the keys the Boar Shaman described to you. When you reach for the key, the Guardian springs to life and attacks you. When revealed, randomly choose 1 of the remaining set-aside Guardian enemies and 1 of the remaining set-aside Barrow locations, reveal them, and add them to the staging area. Find the set-aside key objective that shares a trait with the just revealed Guardian enemy and attach it to that enemy. Each Guardian enemy engages the first player. Barrow locations cannot be the active location and are immune to player card effects. When we control the current trial's key objective, add all Barrow locations in play to the victory display and immediately advance to a stage 2A of the player's choice. If all stage 2 quests have been defeated, advance to stage 3A instead. So, Boar's Guardian is here with the key of the Boar, and the Cave Barrow is in the staging area. The Boar's Guardian is timed 2. After the last time counter is removed, the engaged player must discard an ally he controls. And the Cave Barrow, the players as a group cannot have more than 5 allies in play. If there are more than 5 allies in play, discard allies until only 5 remain. So, alright, I will use Asphalth to put 2 progress on the Tangled Woods. And then I might want to travel to the Cursed Forest. Find an enemy which this deck could kill easily enough. Not sure. Yeah, I do have a slight issue with regards to defending this attack. There are ways that I can solve that. So, yeah, okay. Let's travel to the Cursed Forest, which requires me to exhaust a hero because of the Tangled Woods, and also requires me to search the encounter deck and discard part of a spirit enemy and add it to the staging area. So let's see what's in the encounter deck. There is a spirit enemy. Okay, so that's a problem. Yeah, some of these are problematic, but that's the really problematic one. So, shuffle up the deck. Oh yeah, it goes to the staging area, and then I optionally engage it. Deal shadows. And this attack is undefended. Okay, no shadow effect. 4 damage. I'll play Close Call. Doomed 4. To cancel all 4 damage. And over here, attacking for 3. I will take it undefended. +1 for each key objective. I'll cancel that with Barlin. If it's a Guardian, it's not. So, 3 damage to Gimli. Now, I don't actually need to ready Gimli, because my Master of the Forge died earlier, so Aemir has +2, and +2 from 5 foot, so he's attacking for 7. And can kill this. Which means I should know what the one remaining card in the encounter deck is, but I've forgotten what it does as a treachery. Oh, remove time counters. Okay. So, big move. That, at the end of the round, he moves and we remove the time counter. Control in. Ha! Finally found Steward of Gondor. A little bit late, but never mind. So let's use King Under the Mountain, and neither of those matter. Let's also use Bearable to draw cards for this deck. Okay, and then let's play that Deep Knowledge, draw more cards. Alright. I can handle losing one of my spirit resources. So, Blue Mountain Trader. And then let's play Steel of Gondor. And exhaust it. And put a Dunedain cache onto Gimli. And then let's pay 4 to put a Citadel plate onto Gimli. Now, over here, let's pay 2. Oh, no, this is a problem. Hang on. Because I know I'm going to have to remove time counters, which will cause me to have to discard an ally. So I kind of need this Blue Mountain Trader back, or another Blue Mountain Trader, but then I'd need to have a resource that I can transfer. So let's put that cache back and transfer another resource. I was hoping that I'd draw a test of will, but no such luck. I guess let's take a spirit resource. And then let's play Protector of Lorien onto Balin. Okay, so 5 threat. Request for 2. That's 14 to kill. Yeah, okay, let's say 2, 5, 7, 9, 10. Don't know why we need more than that. And reveal. Wild Tenacity, remove X time counters, X the number of players, so X therefore is 2, so I can only remove 1 because there only is 1. I trigger this, discarding the Blue Mountain Trader, and put 2 back. And second card, Ancient Forest, which gets a progress from Warden of Arnor. While it's in the staging area, each forest location in the staging area gets +1 threat and +3 quest points, which is not stacked with other copies of Ancient Forest. So it's 3, the Cave Barrows now 4, and the Tangled Woods are now 3. So that actually puts the threat in the staging area up to 10. And I should have used Asphalloth before staging, because now Tangled Woods has more quest points and will not be immediately explored by Asphalloth. So let's play Elrond's Council. So that gets me 1 progress. And I can discard this to Protector of Lorien to get up to 2, and I just need to discard 1 more card. Oh, I don't need all 3 Citadel plates. So, 3 progress, clears the Cursed Forest. Ready to drain. And now let's travel to the Ancient Forest. Because of the Tangled Woods, I have to exhaust a hero. But then I'll use Asphalloth to put 2 progress on Tangled Woods, which is explored because the Ancient Forest is no longer in the staging area. And so the drain will be ready up again. And now we come to combat. So, I'm going to take this undefended. Its Guardian deal it 2 additional shadow cards. I'll take the chance. Nothing, and cancel the Barlin. Depending on where he exhausts a character. Okay, I'll exhaust block. So that's 4 attack. Gimli takes 4 damage. Gimli now has attack of 10. It's a shame I don't have another resource for a sneak attack. But let's attack for 17, killing the Boar's Guardian. And let's attach the key to Barlin. This now goes to the victory display, and I advance to stage 3 of the quest. You have finally completed the trials and recovered each key. None have made it this far before. You hasten to the hallowed circle in the center of the forest. All that's left is to insert the hilts of these swords into the marked stone the shaman described, and the antlered crown will be yours. As you advance, a thick fog gathers around you, and a growing dread tugs at your mind. When revealed, add hallowed circle to the staging area. Reveal each guardian enemy in the victory display, adding them to the staging area. So, this is back up to, it's 4 times 3, time 4 and time 2. Out of the fog, the angry guardian spirits emerge once more, determined to stop you from retrieving the crown. You desperately rush to the circle while fending them off. Each guardian enemy engages the player who controls the key objective with a trait shared by that enemy. Players cannot defeat this stage unless Hallowed Circle is in the victory display. If the players defeat this stage, they win the game. So, Raven and Wolf are both here, and Boar is here. Now, I'm going to discard Cran to ready Gimli, and he will attack for 10. And deal 6 damage to the Boar's Guardian. And over here, Glorfindel and Idrain together attack for 6. So that would be 1 damage to the Raven's Guardian, or 3 to the Wolf's Guardian. So let's take the 3. Roll in. They all lose time counters. Okay. So, King of the Mountain. Faramir, helpful. And of course, Steward. Now, I might want to play the Stargazer just as a chump. Can't think of anything else that I really want to get down except for chump blockers. I will use Barrel to draw 2 cards. So yeah, I really need to be able to handle these attacks while I'm killing the Guardians, so it's going to just be Stargazer. There's a chump. With Good Harvest, I could play a Master of the Forge also to be a chump. But maybe not. I think I should be able to manage with that. Over here, I'm going to play a Doom Cash onto Gimli. And that'll be it. Now, questing. There is 2 threat in the staging area, so I don't really need to quest that hard, but I do want to clear this location to ready a drain. Not so much so I can travel to the Hallowed Circle. I am not prepared to take 3 attacks from the Guardians. I would rather kill them first. So, let's quest for 2, 4. I'll even block 2, 5, 7, 9. Can I manage with 7? I have 2 copies of Protector of Lorien and a reasonable number of cards that I don't mind dumping, which could put me up to as much as 13. I also have Asphalt. So, okay, Spirit of the Wild. And Curse of the Wild Men. Deal 1 damage to each nominee. Oh. The one-sided flaw in my chump blocking strategy. Okay, so these... Oh, the Blue Mountain Trader has 2 hit points, so he's okay, but the Stargazer is dead. They're the only non-unique characters in play, but the players control 3 key objectives, so against Surge, Grimfoot Heroes do 2. Gets a progress from Warden of Arnor. Now that's staging done. I'll got task force to put 2 more progress on the Grimfoot Heroes and clear it out. So this is 4 threat because I have 3 keys. So total 6, and I'm questing for 7. I'm making 1 progress. I'd like to make more than that, so what can I discard? Let's discard Landraval for 1, Warden of Arnor for 2, and Master of the Forge, or I'm not going to play all of these, so Greeting for 3 more. So I make 4 progress and clear this. I suppose I didn't really need to because I cleared the Grim Foothills with already readied a drain, and I'm not going to travel. Well, it's not that important. So let's engage the Spirit of the Wild here. And now deal out some shadow cards. So, step 1, sneak attack. Gandalf, deal 4 damage to the Boar's Guardian. Goes to the victory display. Step 2, the Blue Mountain Trader will defend against the Wolf's Guardian. Okay. So it's going to make an additional attack. So this goes. Okay. Good dragon. Will defend. Give it 2 additional shadow cards. +1 for each key objective. And it was undefended. So that's an attack of 8. Which that means that the dragon is dead, doesn't it? I can only get an extra 3 from Protector. Well. Oh, no. Key of the Raven shouldn't be discarded. You're unattached. Right. Bearable will defend against the Raven's Guardian. Take 1 damage. And Gandalf may as well defend against the Spirit of the Wild. +1 for each key. It lives. So, alright. I need. Has 9 hit points left and 3 defense, so I need 12. So I will need Glorfindel to help out here. But Glorfindel and Gimli can kill the Wolf's Guardian. And right. Aemir is attacking for 7 and can kill the Spirit of the Wild. And then let's pay 2 for the White Council. So starting with the first player, each player choose 1 different option, ready a hero, add 1 resource, draw 1 card, or shuffle 1 card from the discard back into deck. So don't know how much it matters. Let's add a resource. And here, let's ready a hero. So, okay. And actually then let's play the White Council again to ready a hero, and I guess draw a card, add a resource. So then Gimli for 10 and Glorfindel for 3, total of 13, which kills the Raven's Guardian. Right. Aside from the fact that Idrain is dead, that went very well. So, okay, let's draw a couple more cards, and even more. I've yet to see a test of will. There are 3 copies of Test of Will, all in the bottom 18 cards of the deck. So that's nice. Right, let's grab Crown. Ditch Landovar. Go back now to Gimli. It's good harvest leadership. And play Faramir. And then let's put down Protector of the Lion. And that would be it. Don't really need to quest that hard. There's 2 threat. So 2, 4, 7, 9. Spirit of the Wild, and each Guardian enemy makes an attack. If there are no Guardian enemies in play, reveal a random Guardian enemy from the victory display. Why would it have to be random? If I could choose, that would be fantastic. Okay, random number 1 to 3. 3. So that's going to be the ball, which is the one that I would have chosen, so because it engages this deck rather than this one. Okay. Now I kind of don't want to travel once again. Oh, that's 6 threat, so I make 3 progress, that's fine. Well, alright, so by travel. Each engaged Guardian makes an immediate attack, so that's defend with Faramir. 2 damage. Oh, 10 counters. Now, yeah, I think bring the spirit down here. I hope the shadows don't screw me over. So, oh well, yes, that's a thing. It takes 14. That's the thing. If I defend with Arnor, then I can't kill this, but it's not super terrible. So let's defend with Arnor. He takes 2 damage, and then let's defend with Glorfindel. He lost a character, I don't care. This is attacking for 4, but Glorfindel has Protector of Lorien, so let's discard Greeting, and Stargazer. Or Master of the Forge. And then Gimli is attacking for 10, so he'll attack both, so 6 damage and dead. Remove a time counter and control N. Let's just have the crown. Alright, let's draw on the 2. Finally, found a test of will. Let's good harvest spirit. So we can play Arnor. Cram onto Gimli. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gandalf, 4 damage to the Boar's Guardian, back to the Victor's Way. And now it's quest. 4, 6, 8, 11, 13, 15. While I'm targeting Gimli. 15 versus 0. Grimfoot Hill is doing 2. Turn around, I would do, yeah. Test of will. There are no time counters I could remove. And returning the active location to the staging area would cause me to take an extra round. So that's it. There is 2 threat in the staging area. I'm making 13 progress, which since progress has to go on here before the active is not enough. But now it is. 1 and 12. Right. Well. Yeah, Idrain dying was unfortunate, but other than that, this worked out pretty well. Never let anyone tell you that the Fall of Gil-galad is not a good card. It's just a really difficult card to use sensibly. And some might debate whether this was actually sensible, but regardless. Brock Iron Fist is still not that good. I got him into play for free, but all he really did was contribute 2 willpower. But, I mean, 2 free willpower is not to be sniffed at. Yeah. The decks basically worked. It was also unfortunate that this deck ended up with 2 keys and this deck with only 1. I would have preferred it the other way around, since this deck had more of the combat power and the ability to sneak down Gandalf and things like that. Never got to actually try out Blade Mastery, but I can now say that I've put it in a deck, which is all that really matters. Wizard's Voice would have been really helpful if I could have had one of those at the right moment to cancel the attacks of 2 Guardians. Oh yeah, close call. Could have saved Idrain's life. But yeah, never got to try Ravenhill Scout either. It wouldn't have been that useful. But basically, that worked. The decks, despite their focus on a janky and possibly not that worth it combo, came together pretty well. I should have put some healing in. When I was testing, I initially actually tried it with Lore Glorfindel, but I found I had too many issues with high threat and not enough use for my lore resources. But then when I took him out, I didn't think to put some healing in to replace him. Which I suppose that also could have saved Idrain's life. But regardless, I've made it through the quest. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.